Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Uchenna. In this video, I want to shift the perspective for this video. I want to talk about the role of business in society. There's been a long debate stretching down to the 1900s and the earlier 1900s. When small and medium businesses started to proliferate, when there was mass production and everything. So going down the line by 19 okay, there are basically two theories about the role of business in society. One is called the shareholders theory, that was proposed by Milton Friedman in 1970. He wrote an article in the New York Times, asking the fundamental question of what is the role of business in society. This came, of course, after some pressure had been put on businesses to play a more significant role in society through corporate social responsibility. So Milton Friedman was replying and asking the question, and his own point of view was that businesses are there to make money for the shareholders primarily, that is their primary function, and that any other thing that they are doing is an extra kind of burden on the company. So the purpose of the corporation, according to him, was to maximize profits as much as possible, to commit all the resources and to direct all activities towards the maximization of profits for the shareholders. Because the shareholders, according to Milton Friedman, are the employers of the managers and the business. As long as these activities are being done within the confines of the law, as long as you're not breaking any law, to him, that is what a business is supposed to do. And if you use the shareholders' money to engage in other activities, like corporate social responsibility and maybe taking care of the community and society, so he viewed that as a waste of the shareholders' money, and that the shareholders need to sanction it before such activities should be pursued. That was how academia and even businesses believed that this was in pursuit of capitalism, as it was then. But later down the line, people started to challenge this view, because business is a part of society, and the most popular challenge, came in 1984, in an article written by Edward Freeman. I hope I have his name right. Yeah, but I know it's Freeman. Now there's Friedman. That was the one that wrote the names sound alike, but they're not the same people. Freeman is F-R-E-E, as in freedom. Then Friedman is F-R-E-I-D-M-A-N. So Freeman in 1984 now said no, that he proposed the stakeholder theory of the corporation, which incorporates the values of all the stakeholders of the business. So what he's trying to say is that a business cannot be successful if it doesn't attend to all the stakeholders of the business. And the stakeholders, of course, are employees, customers, shareholders, the community where you operate, your suppliers. It can be regulators too, and other people that have an interest. A stakeholder of a business is anybody whose activity is impacted by the activity of the business. And of course, everybody is not impacted in the same way, but everybody has a stake, so long as you're impacted by the business activities or the operations of the business. And that's what he was trying to say. And everybody needs to be addressed and treated not as equal partners of the business, but to meet the needs of the stakeholders. And yeah, those are the two main theories about the role of business. And these days, of course, we know what is happening from the catastrophes that we have seen, the financial crisis. Um, a lot of companies have gone down already because of insider, whatever I call it, because of unethical practices. We have seen a lot of companies go down because of greed and all that, and neglecting the environment too. I'll get some more examples, and I'll get some specific examples as we discuss further into this. But for today, I just want to, to lay out what is happening. So after 1984, there's been a lot of ethically inspired literature, around the role of business. And the most recent one that we are all aware of is the sustainability drive by the United Nations and by most of the governing bodies. So basically, um, businesses are being, how will I put it, pressurized now to incorporate a sustainable model as their business model. So gone are the days of freedman, when a business is just there, to make money off the people. And why I brought up this discussion is to elicit some feedback from you. If you own a business, if you own a corporation, if you've ever thought about the stakeholders in your business and how to go about the stakeholders. Yeah, because things are changing. The climate change, everybody, businesses are required to watch their carbon footprint, to monitor to monitor their carbon footprint, to measure it, to try to use sustainable raw materials, to even go further by making sure that their suppliers, are sustainable too. We've heard a lot of unsustainable practices that have occurred over the years that have caused problems, not just not just for the business alone, but for the entire economy. We're not yet sure how this coronavirus came about, and now all the businesses have had to shut down and repurpose what they're doing. Now everybody's helping, and now we understand, that life is not just all about making money and capitalism. The most important thing, in life is the health of human beings, of the human race. So everybody's fighting, running helter skelter to make sure that we survive this threat, this global threat. And we have seen the impact of globalization. So we know that businesses are part of society. They are not just abstract entities. They are part of society. Businesses make money from societies. We use the resources that society and nature gives to us. So we need to use it sustainably. We need to use it in a way that it can be replenished, in a way that the coming generations can also use it to meet their own needs. The days of mass production of of goods and services just for the sake of making money, are gone. And yeah, I don't want to go too far in this. I just want to find out your views about how to use the shareholders' money. Because if you're going to make your business sustainable, that means you're going to put in place certain, you're going to put in place an architecture, a structure within your business that will enable it to be sustainable. And this comes at an additional cost to your business. It will come as cost in terms of time and in terms of money. So who is paying for this? Is this the new business model of the 21st century? Do your investors know that you're going to be doing this? What do you think about using investors' money, to address the needs of your community, of society? What do you think about corporate social responsibility? Yes, we know they're not compulsory for organizations to do. They're not mandated by law to do it. But as a member of society and given that we know the problems already of not being sustainable in our practices, how would you go about this? I just want to know your thoughts, and yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. So I'll see you guys on another business session when I have prepared another one. Thank you, and see you later. Bye.